Quite a nice way to segue into business. No, Queensland's discriminatory trade move, which is not what we're talking about tonight.
Not at all.
No, but we are talking about business confidence, which remains high.
Yes.
What does the latest survey tell us?
Well, it tells us that really about a net 18% of businesses are still optimistic for the year ahead. And this is despite the upcoming election, which has caused some uncertainty in other quarters, namely in our currency.
Yeah, elections always do that.
They do,
yeah.
But this one hadn't for some time. It's just that simply the polls have shifted. There's a lot of interest in what happens with the poll this evening.
Colmar Brunson,
that's
yeah,
right.
TV1, yeah.
So what happened was that the New Zealand dollar broke through a key level earlier today. Overnight, with the U.S. economic data that came through, that was quite strong, so that boosted the U.S. dollar. But that's not the whole story. What happened was that the New Zealand dollar broke through a key level at 72 cents, and it stayed below that level through the day. And so I spoke with a currency strategist at Westpac, Imre Speiser, just before I came down here to speak with you guys. And he said that, yeah, that's quite significant. And really, it's because markets, and it's not just the New Zealand economy, the New Zealand players in the market who are determining the value of the Kiwi. It's so much more an international story as one of the largest traded currencies in the world. And markets don't really like change, you know, and they're looking, maybe the winds might shift, who knows. And so that's pushed the Kiwi down. It's trading about a cent against the US dollar below what it was this time yesterday at 71.7.
So it's quite a big dip, a cent in a day. We don't see that terribly often.
No, that's why I wanted to just have a little bit of a chat about it. As well, it's also weaker against the Australian currency, which it typically moves with the Australian, but not this time. It moved down against the Australian currency, and that's partly because they've been having some pretty strong economic data there. Iron ore, which is a key commodity for the Australian, is up 50% from where it was in June. And they've had some strong, we talked about that yesterday, some building numbers. And today they had some strong numbers on capital expenditure on infrastructure. So against the Australian, it's 90.7 Australian. That's a long way from parity, where we have talked about from different times. So 90.7, 55.5 pence. And on the market, the share market, we've gained another 0.5%. That's 42 points up to 7,817. And that's really reflective of the more broader economy, the broader markets rather in Asia. Well, despite the rhetoric, we're still hearing from Donald Trump. There's a measure of sort of some calm coming into the market that maybe some diplomatic talks might be possible there. And so overall, the markets in Asia anyways, we're looking a bit more positive.
Nona Peltier, our Auckland business reporter, thank you so much. Nona beside me in the studio here.